The Iron Banner has returned to Destiny after a brief delay thanks to some bugs, and I, for the first time in probably months, actually participated, hence this video. This time around we have helms, scout rifles, and machine guns dropping and available for purchase. The question obviously on most people's minds is, should you buy anything? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Of the two helms, the non-PSN exclusive one, that's the one with intellect and strength at 34 and 35 stats, is just barely tier 12 capable. It's more on the low end of being capable at 95% max stats. You'll need strong pieces in your other slots to make a tier 12 set happen with this helm, but it is possible. The PSN helm is only a 92% max roll, not really that impressive. As for the class items, anything 38 or above in total unbuffed stats on the vendor is going to be a good tier 12 item. The Hunter has an 18 and a 20, so that's 38. Titan has a 19, 19, 38. Warlock has a 19 and a 20, so that's 39. So those are going to be the ones to chase for tier 12 builds. Alright, let's get to the good stuff, the weapons. Bretomart's Stand is a machine gun, super hard hitting, low rate of fire. The vendor version is pretty good, with spray and play in my opinion being top 2 in that perk slot, and crowd control being a pretty good PvE bonus, not too much of a PvP one though. Smart drift control, hand laid stock, and reinforced barrel gives you tons of flexibility for whatever activity you might be doing, very versatile. Therefore, I definitely recommend the weapon from the vendor for pretty much everything. It's a great weapon to have. But let's say you're getting one randomly as a drop. How do you know if it's a good one? Well, let's take a look at the perk list. In the first column, in my opinion, the only 3 good perks are life support, spray and play, and counterbalance, maybe underdog. I value spray and play on this weapon pretty highly since reloads are slow and since, well, it's not really a weapon you're going to spam reloads on. Counterbalance is pretty good, but you'll be able to control this thing without much difficulty. In the second slot, there's a lot of good stuff. In fact, almost everything is solid. I'm not big on hidden hand for heavy machine guns. I don't think they really need it. Persistence is not really needed either, nor is hot swap. That leaves us with rangefinder, last resort, army of one, grenadier, crowd control, and feeding frenzy. Feeding frenzy is great if you do not have spray and play. As I said earlier, crowd control is more of a PvE thing, so any combo of the perks mentioned here is gonna make for a good heavy machine gun. The scout rifle is pretty unique, not too many of that kind of archetype available. Very slow firing, but very hard hitting. Once again, the vendor roll is pretty good. Hidden hand on this isn't too bad of a pick, it's pretty good, but once again, crowd control is more of a PvE thing. Braced frame will keep you really stable though, not that this weapon is particularly unstable or anything like that, since it fires very slowly. In the first slot, there's a lot to pick from, but not everything is really that good. For PvE, you're looking at stuff like crowd control, Zen Moment, triple tap, and maybe who's next. And for PvP, life support, Zen Moment, and I suppose Icarus isn't terrible either. In the second slot for PvE, check out Outlaw, Grenadier, Army of One, and Spray and Play if you don't already have a reload bonus. And for PvP, most of the options here are good minus Guerrilla Fighter and Underdog. This thing does not need any more range that it already has. Those are my Iron Banner weapon recommendations for this iteration of Iron Banner. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.